Hey y'all, so today I didn't have to work until this afternoon, so I'm getting some stuff done, and I'm up in Fort Wayne today, and I needed to refill my day planner calendar because it's the end of the year. I'm making schedules out for next year, and I don't have calendars to put them on. So I drive up here. The planner I got from Staples. It's one of their ARC planners. And so I drive up to Fort Wayne, and there is no Staples in Fort Wayne. So I drove 40 minutes up to Fort Wayne to the Staples. That's non-existent. So I'm about to drive 30 miles back towards Warsaw, because Warsaw has the Staples, and this is a Staples brand product, ARC, and so they're the ones that got the little grooved paper that fits into the rings. So I thought this was going to be a quick trip. Nope, it's going to take your whole morning. Okay, so made it to Warsaw, made it to Staples, and got my goods. I'll show you here real quick. So, my planner itself is refillable. It just has rings on it and whatnot. And to better organize, I got these folder clip things to separate things out. I thought they were folders. They're just dividers. We'll still get the job done. And then just the actual calendar refill itself. I could have ordered this online, but I needed it today because I've got several appointments coming up this week, and I'm going to be rescheduling stuff. So I want to make sure that I have my calendars now. But so after like 3 hours of driving around, I finally got what I needed. Now I'm headed back to Huntington to head to work, and officially get the day at work started, even though I've been running around for work all day. Goodness. Next time, people, I just Google the store. Make sure you know where you're going before you go. That's what happens. I thought I knew what I was doing. That's what happens. That's what I get. Oh, well. You live and you learn. Now I know to come straight to Warsaw. Alright, guys. So while I'm driving back down to Huntington, I figured we could kill a couple birds, one stone, driving back, and I can do some actual vlogging. Sorry, I've got who knows what's back there. I see up the top here, I see a crutch, an air fryer, and a case of soda. It makes perfect sense. So you'll probably hear some jingling around. Sorry. Well, anyway, hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving. I had a wonderful time, spent time with my family, always good food, and game night to follow, and then the next day, Black Friday shopping. I did not have to get out of bed for my Black Friday shopping. Thank you, Internet. I didn't necessarily order anything online, and there wasn't really anything much that I wanted to go after, but part of Thanksgiving tradition is after dinner, we all sit down and we just kind of peruse through the ads. So I was looking through the ads, and I came across Home Depot. I always go to Menards, Home Depot, Lowe's first, and then JCPenney because they have the clothing that fits me. And so I got to the Home Depot one, and they had a sale I could not pass up. So I knew I needed to go to Home Depot. The closest one is in Fort Wayne, so that's about 40, and it's on the more north side of Fort Wayne. So it was about 40-ish minutes away from me. and a little longer with traffic. So they opened at 6 a.m. Friday. I wasn't really wanting to get up that early and go up there, but I had planned to. So we were out at my grandparents' house late, playing card games and different things like that. And so I did not get much sleep because I had to be up at 4:30 in the morning to be able to get up, drive all the way to Fort Wayne, and be there somewhat early to get in there, because this deal was awesome and I needed to get it because I wasn't going to find anything that well of a price. You don't see it very often. So what it was, and this has now caused some of the outdoor projects that I listed to go on the back burner because I've burnt through my money. That overtime money I talked about, I burned through it, but it was totally worth it, and I'll take you guys on the process once we get it. So Home Depot had a sale on laminate wood floor, and I needed new flooring for my living room, my dining room, and my kitchen. And I wanted it to be all one, because it's all one big, not one big, but it's three rooms on the main floor, and they all run together. So I wanted it to be the same flooring, make it the same throughout. And that's a sizable space. That's half of my house is that, over half, and they're the biggest rooms in the house. So it was a sizable, just under 600 square feet. My house is 2-story, as you guys have seen, and it's around 1,300 square feet or so. And so we've just not had the extra money to buy laminate flooring that is clicked together or anything like that. And so we haven't been able to do it. And but it has needed done so bad. I've got some bad flooring, and that's partially me to blame. So when we bought our house was 6 years ago. Now warning, my hillbilly is going to be showing. We had a washer and dryer that were donated to us, and the washer I had to jerry rig it for it to work correctly. And by correctly, I mean just work. It didn't work correctly. And so where you hook the hose up in the back of the washer for the water to run in wasn't working correctly. So we just ran the hoses into the tank, and we manually filled up the basin there, the tub, and then shut the lid and let it run its cycle. Well, me being the genius that I am, I put in a load of laundry before bed. I forgot to turn off the water. So we wake up the next morning, my entire downstairs is flooded up to my ankle from the very back of the house all the way to the front of the house. And we had carpet down at the time. It was old carpet, it needed to go too, but besides the point. So we had to rip out all the carpet. We had to rip up subflooring to discover more subflooring. And we finally got it down to the original subfloor, which was an old hardwood floor. And I was super excited to find it, but it's way beyond saving as far as to refinish. It's still really solid, but it's kind of patchworky. They've put in some plywood over the years. There's some old animal staining, because when we got everything ripped up and dried out, that floor stank, and I'm like, so it was rough. So it just wasn't something that we ever had the extra money to like formally take care of. And for a while, we got away with putting down in the dining room and living room. Dining room is the one that's stripped all the way down to the base. The living room and the kitchen still have a layer of subflooring and then like linoleum on them still. So we got away with for a while. I put down a vinyl peel and stick wood tile in the dining room and living room, and it looked good. It was clean. I was able to seal the floor underneath it, so none of the old animal smells came back out. Well, those did not last very long, so the floor started looking bad again. My dogs tore it apart, and then over time that seal kind of came loose, so the dogs could smell it, and if I wasn't paying attention, they'd potty on the floor. It was a process. So it was a constant struggle to keep the floors clean, keep the house smelling clean, and so we've tried different things. And the last thing I tried recently was I just had a bunch of leftover paint from different projects. So in an attempt to try to seal up that floor again, I just painted the wood, and it worked for like a month, and then nothing. So I've used enzyme cleaners and all that jazz, so really it just needs to be replaced. So I'm excited now to be able to get my new flooring, and I got everything to go with it. So for the 3 rooms, for the new laminate flooring, it was $260. That's it, $260. And I was able to buy new medium oak wood floor for my living room, my dining room, and my kitchen. How exciting is that? I was blown away. And the glorious thing, sorry, I ramble. The glorious thing was I got up at 4:30 that Friday morning to get up and go to the store to get it. But before, I'm glad I did. I just checked online to see what was going on, verify the times and all that stuff. So I pull it up online, and I just look for the hardware that I'm looking for. And it was available online for in-store pickup at the discounted Black Friday price. So I was like, oh Lord baby Jesus, thank you. So I ordered it online, and the store called me and said, we have your flooring set aside in the back, come pick it up at your leisure. And I'm like, y'all are amazing, thank you so much. And I went back to bed. So that was my Black Friday excursion. So with that, I got a new sealer to put down on the floor. I've got then new underlayment to put down, and then the wood floors themselves. And I'm very excited. I'll be taking y'all along the process as well, showing you as I figure out how to do it, because I've never done this type of floor before. So it doesn't look too difficult, but you know, you always say that, and it always ends up being a bigger job than what you expect. So to get ready for that new floor, we have to clean out the living room and clean out the kitchen, and then get the remaining layer of subflooring up in the living room and kitchen, and then that'll make all 3 rooms the same level again. Then we gotta clean that up real good, then put the sealant down to seal in any old odors that might be under there. The house is over 100 years old, so seal those old odors in, and then getting that foam underlayment down, getting it taped up, and then getting the new floor laid. And I am so excited to have nice floors in my house, and total job with all the additional things that I needed, less than $400. Less than $400. And in my head, this was always going to like some crazy expensive job. And normally it is, because the laminate itself is the crazy expensive part, and the most costly. And finding this has been amazing. I'm so excited. I've been geeking out over it ever since I was able to order them. So that's kind of why we've been at a standstill. It's been cold outside, so there's not anything I can really do or film outside. We don't really have any projects going on inside yet, because flooring's not, the underlayment was on back order, so I'm waiting for that to come in. And so I can't start on my floors yet. And so it's just been kind of a struggle to figure out what to vlog, have time to vlog, because I've been picking up extra hours of work still. And so I figured right now would be a good time to have a sit down with you. So here shortly you'll see me working on new floor. My entryway, this one I'm excited about, is going to be a DIY floor, and I'll go into more details on it later. And it might change up a little bit, but just so it'll match the new laminate we're going in. But I'm going to be doing some end block or end grain floor, and I'll go through the whole process with you of cutting the tile and staining it and laying it and staining it and finishing it and all that for my entryway. And I think potentially I'll do my laundry room in that too, but I'm not ready to start my laundry room remodel yet. So very excited to get some projects going on the inside, and to bring you all along with me. Just have patience and bear with me. I will get back to vlogging more regularly. It's just trying to maintain and figure out the projects and stuff to show y'all. I'll be doing also some more in the kitchen stuff as well, and then we're going to be starting on planning for the seeds I want to do for next year. I just did my very first order of seeds from the MI Gardener. I'm going to be hitting up Baker Creek next week, pay week, to do an order through them, or take a look and see what I'd like to start ordering through them. They've not done their catalog yet, I don't believe, so I'm waiting for that. But Baker's Creek I'll be hitting up too. So and then I need to do an inventory on the seeds I currently have and use up what I've got still, because I'm not going to let, even if they're not necessarily the quality of seed that I want to be growing, I'm not going to let them go to waste, so I'm just going to use them up. So my goal is to not have to buy any plant starts from the store this year, unless it was a seed that I couldn't get. So we'll see. But this has gone on for 16 minutes now, so it's been too long. I'm just rambling, but I wanted to fill y'all in, let you know what's going on, and tell you what's getting ready to happen in my awesome Black Friday deal that I got, that I didn't really have to get up out of bed for. That was awesome. All right, until next time, Hal. Bye. Y'all, I just got back to Huntington, and I totally forgot. I'm driving through downtown here. I totally forgot a new candy store just opened up. The Little Sweet Shop, I believe is what it's called. So we's fixins' to go in. All right, here's my little downtown Huntington. And there is the new shop. I just got out of the sweet spot, and it is fantastic for a small little town to have a business like that as well. Is just awesome. Now up the strip there a little bit, and I'll have to take you sometime. We have the Party Shop, which is more like homemade chocolates and stuff like that, whereas this is more like candy, and it's bright and airy. I love that they have the exposed brick wall in there. They've got a big gumball machine in the middle, and when I walked in, I was greeted, and they gave me a token for a gumball, and then the wall of jelly beans, and that's what I end up getting. My jelly beans, and I went with all fruit flavors. So I'm very excited that they're here in town, that they are a small local owned business, and that's just awesome. We need to support our small businesses and our small towns, and I'm just very excited that they are here. Now my doctor will not be. I'll have to watch myself so I don't get the diabetes, but I'm very excited that they're here.